Hello and welcome to Always Elite. Today we're going to review AEW Dynamite from June 24th, 2020. But before we get into that, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't, and hit that bell icon to stay up to date with what we're going to do. Leading into now that I'm going to have a new series coming out very soon. No script, no filter. You'll see what that's all about coming up in a few days. Let's get right into the Dynamite. Starts off with a lumberjack match between Wardlow and Luchasaurus. Early on, Wardlow was just dominating Luchasaurus. Two big bulls just beating the crap out of each other. Later, the lumberjacks get involved with both competitors. After a distraction from MJF, Wardlow hits a low blow and an F10 for the victory. After the match, though, all of the lumberjacks start fighting everywhere. All hell breaks loose. Next up, it's Hikaru Shida versus Red Velvet. This match is over in 10 seconds. A high running knee and a Falcon Arrow, and Shida picks up the 1, 2, 3. After the match, she gets out and starts with Penelope Ford. They have to be broken up. Apparently, there was a press conference for Fyter Fest for Cody and Jake Hager. But Jake wasn't there. Arn talks about how Hager got to this point. Cody says being the first TNT champion means hope for all. After about 5 minutes, Hager shows up, poses, and just leaves. Then it's Colt Cabana and Brody Lee versus Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss. Brody beating on both Sonny and Joey early on. Brody tells Colt what to do, and he listens. Does this mean Colt is joining the Dark Order? We shall see. In the end, Brody Lee discus lariat to Joey Janela, and Colt pins Joey. After the match, Lance Archer comes out, destroys Sonny and Joey. I don't know what for. I guess just because he felt like it. Then we get SCU versus FTR. Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels versus Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood. Definitely two hard-hitting teams. Probably two of the best tag teams in the business. If you haven't seen these two teams wrestle individually, they're freaking amazing. They are so good. Both with experience off the charts. Early, both teams slugging it out. And just like I said, the two of the best teams on the planet. What a great match this was. It was back and forth for almost all of this match. That's how good these tag teams were. In the end, FTR with the Shatter Machine and picks up the victory. FTR then grabs a mic and tells all the tag teams that they are the best. The Butcher and the Blade are in FTR's truck and revving it up, trying to get their attention. They tell FBR that they want a match at Fyter Fest, an 8-man tag. FTR and the Young Bucks versus the Butcher and the Blade and the Lucha Bros, who are in the ring. They beat up FTR. Young Bucks come out and chase them off. The Butcher and the Blade and the Lucha Brothers steal FTR's vehicle. It's really, really weird. So now the Young Bucks have saved FTR. So does this mean eventually they'll get a match after Fyter Fest between each other, FTR and the Young Bucks? Possibly at All Out. Next up, it's Brian Cage versus Joe Cruz, whoever that is. Cage just manhandles Cruz in about 2 minutes. A drill claw for the win. Taz grabs the mic, talks out about Moxley, but he's not there. He tells Moxley that he's home because of some BS and he's afraid of Cage. And Taz says that Cage is ready for Moxley. Now, the real story behind this is that Moxley was in close contact with somebody who had COVID-19, so he elected to stay home for the 2 weeks. That's the real story why he was home. Then, Colt Cabana and Brody Lee were backstage. Colt said it felt good to win. Brody challenges SCU at Fyter Fest again with Colt's help. Colt looked confused, but most likely he'll accept. Coming out after that is Britt Baker talking a bunch of crap to Tony and to everybody else. Says that Big Swole is the biggest piece of garbage in AEW. Big Swole is on top of Britt Baker's Rolls Royce. It's a stupid wheelchair thing on a back of a truck. It's got plexiglass around it. She jumps up on top of that and dumps a big, huge load of garbage inside the thing with Britt Baker, and it was hilarious because Britt couldn't get out. So who's the biggest piece of garbage now? Next, it's Santana versus Broken Matt Hardy. It doesn't take long for this match to go on to the outside. Matt is just beating up on Santana. Throughout the break, Santana comes back and was beating Matt pretty good. Santana has an answer basically for everything that Matt was doing. In the end, Matt reverses a roll-up and got the surprise win. But Ortiz attacks Matt with the Mad Ball right after the match is over. Private Party come out and chase Santana and Ortiz away. Then it's a face-to-face with Orange Cassidy and Chris Jericho. Jericho speaks first, asks why the chicken crossed the road 3 times. He said it was funny the first time, but by the 3rd time it's annoying. He says Orange Cassidy's like that as well. He's annoying like that joke. Calls Cassidy lazy and a slacker like the audience at home. Says Cassidy needs a miracle to beat him at Fyter Fest. Cassidy grabs the mic from Jericho, lays it on the ground. He kicks Jericho in the orange style. You know, the light kicks that are supposed to represent hard strikes. They go ahead and fight, and it's a brawl. It's a real big brawl. And Jericho breaks Cassidy's glasses. Orange just beats the crap out of him for a while. Turns into a hockey fight, pretty much. Jericho takes the camera that's on the jib and bashes Cassidy really hard in the head. Cassidy's bleeding from the ear. Orange Cassidy from the stands, a running Superman punch, and Jericho falls through a table, and Orange stands tall at the end of Dynamite. Let me know what you thought of the show down in the comments below. I'll see you next time. Remember, always be elite.